Hey yo, what's up? It's Milla, Milla, and I'm back. I just wanna do a rundown. Somebody in the Reddit thread commented and wanted me to do some sort of like YouTube over the shoulder rundown of me making a graphic. So today I'm just gonna come up with a fictional team, just run through something real quick. I might speed ramp some of this stuff up. I'm not sure. Who knows? Just if it's like a process that's gonna take a long time, or if my computer's running slow, I may speed through it. So I'm not like gimmicking y'all. I'm showing you the process. But yeah, just check it out, follow through with me, and let's come up with something crazy. Who knows? It might be something that I use for real. Maybe something that I put in my Google Drive pack for y'all to use. Let's get to work. All right, let's jump in here. Let's just come up with some random team. I don't know. Just trying to look around, get some inspo. I got a camera on the wall. That would be crazy, a camera team. But that don't make sense. I mean, hey, I don't know. Spider's crawling the wall. Let's go with a spider. So I love to base my stuff up. I got an iStock account. And I get like a good base sometimes from stuff like that. Let's see. Spider, vector. That's a good place to start to get some inspo. That's a cool spider right here. This is cool too, but let's see this. I actually like that, but without the shiny stuff, because shiny stuff don't really come across on logos as good. But I do like this bottom one, but I'm just trying to think for a logo for a helmet that don't look as good. This one's not that bad. Let's check out a couple more. That one's cool too. Actually, I like this one. Yeah, I like that one, but I don't like the way it's facing. But we can do something about that. So let's download a JPEG. Let's try to do extra large. No, wait, how many credits I got? Let's try medium. All of them like this. Oh, okay, that's just something else. Okay, I don't know what I was looking at. All right, I can use 3 credits to get this, but don't I have credits? I mean, I can definitely get this regenerated without using credits in today's world. It said I'm welcome to the watermarked image. Okay. So let's do this. Let's copy this image. I'll tell you the cool thing about Photoshop. Hold on, I have to load up. It's on my other screen. But the cool thing about Photoshop is you can go in and you can pull things. Although yes, I do have the credits to get this. It's just some weird stuff going on. I don't normally have that issue. I'm probably doing something wrong. 9 times out of 10, I'm probably doing something wrong. But let's pop Photoshop in over here and show you a little workaround. So I just got the version that you can try with the watermark. Let's see, file, new. Gotta slide everything over here. I always put my resolutions on 300. I don't know if it really helps or works, but I always do that. And I'm gonna pop the image here, so I can definitely pull this spider out. But on Photoshop, I can just say, hey, prompt to edit. I can say, give me this spider without the webs in the background. Give me this spider only. Whoa. Please. Now let Photoshop do its thing. And while it's doing that, it's gonna it should be removing everything and just giving me just the spider solid. So while I was doing that, I can probably start thinking about color schemes I want to do for this, but I want to keep it simple. I'm probably gonna do like a burgundy and black, burgundy and charcoal gray or something like that. That's what I'll start with, but we'll see how it goes. This logo, I like a simple color pattern for this. If it comes out how I see it, and then boom, look what you got. So you have this spider here. So what I want to do is I want to copy this. I want to go back to Illustrator, start me a new template, pop this Spider-Man in here, and then I will trace him. I already have presets to trace things exactly as they are. I just removed the white color background, and then voila, we got the spider. But let's say, all right, on that same logo, I actually like, it is a part of me that likes that web, because I think about jerseys and like having things for the shoulder pads and stuff. So what if I say, remove this spider and give me just the web behind the spider. Please keep it black and white. And so from here, it should be pulling off the spider and everything else and just giving me just that web. If it does this correctly, that will be, I could put that on shoulder pads. And I do have like templates of jerseys that I use that I put on here. I will use them all the time. Like you've seen my previews that I use, where I can just kind of go ahead and figure out what I want the jersey to look like before I make the assets and then put it into Team Builder. I know everybody don't have access to that. I do have EPS files of those templates. I got helmets and all kind of stuff. So if you want that, I can email it to you or I can message it to you. Just let me know. So here we still have the iStock thingy on here. I mean, it's a couple workarounds for this, and I know it's like a crazy thing to do. Like I said, I could definitely get this image, but for right now, I'm just showing you for educational purposes only. So what I could do is do half of this image like this, copy, paste, turn this around, go here, and I could have something like that. I don't know what's going on right here in the middle, and I don't like it. But I want to remove that. Actually, my cat is kind of yelling at somebody. So say I wanted to do this, I would flatten that. All right, so I would take this, and it does have some fade at the end, so that's gonna that may be a problem, but we'll see. So I'll paste that in here, center it. Let's do this, black and white. Hopefully it cuts it off, but we'll see. It does, but I don't particularly like the way it did that, but there we go. That's a little bit better. And I can always fade this later on my own in Photoshop before I nail it down. So let's go here. Hold on. I want to take the whites out of it. All right. Pull this down. Why am I dragging to? Pull this down. Remove. 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 Move. Now I have a web. I'll try to do something with that. I can fade that out in Photoshop as well. I can actually do this number right here. Take it into Photoshop. I wouldn't do this right now, but just for me showing you this, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I do, or what I would do in this situation. I would get me an eraser tool, take the hardness down, and just kind of fade it like this. And just even on the sides, I would fade it. And I would save the PNG like this. So whenever it goes on jerseys, that's how it would be. Then obviously this is a transparent thing, so if I wanted to change the color of this, I could easily do so. Color overlay, I could do whatever I wanted to with it. So voila, I would do that. Actually I need to find a red that I want to use for this squad. Let's say I just want to go right here. And I'm gonna copy this color. So this is the color that I want to go with. All right. So back to this spider. Like it, don't love it. I would probably go here with it, but it still kind of falls flat. It's not bad. So the cool thing I think I like about this program is I could do what they call turntable. So it'll go through and analyze a logo and give you different angles of that same exact logo. It'll show you, I mean, you could like turn it. It just does it like a generative field and give you multiple angles, multiple views of that same exact logo. And that has saved me with some logos, like with certain perspectives. And let's do that with this. This thing does kind of take a little while to render. They did change the menu up. It used to be like a bar you could slide at the bottom and you could just like move it like that. But I don't know if I clicked something and removed it, but I don't have that same bar that I used to have anymore. But so yeah, let's check and see what they did for me right here, because I don't like the flatness of this logo. I kind of want to turn up a little more. So right here you can change, I could change the perspective of that same logo, which is kind of cool. Let's go back to where it was, but I want it to tilt a little more. Not like that. That's a flat layout, but let's see. Let's try here, and I don't necessarily like that. I like this better. So this, let's go here. I have this little mark right here I want to take out. I need to smoothen this leg here. All right, so let's go with that. All right. Sorry, my phone. I had to turn my phone down. All right, so I like this. Now that color that I had, I'm gonna copy a couple of these because I wanna test out this color. Yeah, that's smooth. I like that. So I would do a couple of variations of this. Usually if I'm giving something to y'all, or if you get a logo pack from me, I'm gonna give you different color variations. I don't want to use flat black, so I'm gonna finesse a black real quick. Just a slightly charcoal or gray, and then I'll do just a white spider. All right, so that looks like a base logo. Obviously it'll be a little more complex than that, but so I'll copy and paste one. Let's do the red. I'm gonna push it back behind it. I will go to my path and create, no, wrong thing. And create a border for it. So you can do a rounded border. It gives you obviously a more round version, or you can do a sharper version, depending on what your lines look like. So let's go here. This would be a rendition I would give as well. So I would probably give a bunch of different options here with this. So let's say for my outlined ones, I would do an obvious, let's see, white and red. White outline, red interior, just like variations like that. And then let's go name now. Let's just call them I mean, I'm just gonna keep it to the spiders, but let's get to the text, how I wanna do text. A couple of ways you can do text. that's cost effective. I mean, I can buy these. You could I have a extensive vault of fonts. I have a large vault of fonts. And stylize them. See, AI could kick in right here to the point where I can let's say, watch this. Let's say I go to Pinterest. Or I can even do this on Google. Let's say I can just say, hey, sports team, word mark, font. I would put typography as well. Let's say I wanted the Spiders font to look like this, because I don't want to go too far. Like, I know everybody's not a graphic designer, and a lot of people do lean heavily on AI, so it is definitely a way you can AI this stuff. Let's say I like this champion logo, and it's cool. So let's say I want this exact thing for my Spiders. So let's click. I can go just copy this image. Let's pull up ChatGPT. And I could paste this image. And I have like a vault of prompts that kind of would get me to recreate this. And hit me up in the comments if you want this. Or hit me up in my messages and I can send you this prompt. So I kind of got it down to a science where I can just copy and paste. Say I want this word to be swapped out for Spiders in the exact same way. So I put this prompt in, change what I wanted to say, let chat do its thing, and it should give me the same thing. Now, one thing I do worry about is this logo has a star in it. So I'm not sure if it's gonna try to pull a star into Spiders. I don't want a star in Spiders, but we'll see. It may not, but it's gonna do its best to kind of give me a rendition of what that says, but in my way. But look, boom. So it does have these little gloss spots. So I would copy this image. I would go back into Illustrator. Let's center it up. Put it right here. So for these, since it's got different colors, and you can see it's like missed marks right there, but I can get around that. So here's where we are with this. Like this, don't love it. Let's get a little more of that. I do like the shiny marks, but it don't really fit the vibe of this team, which, I mean, like I said, I'm just doing something right now just for y'all to see. So I'm gonna go back with this, but I'm just gonna clean it up. I'm trying to make sure I like everything before I finalize this, and I don't completely. Let's bring in a little bit more. Here we go. All right, I like this. I can work with this. So I hit expand. Bring it over here and remove the outline. So I'm just gonna go with no shiny marks on this, so I could remove that. I would need to remove this one. This is a little wonky right here, but I can obviously fix that. Let's take that out and build that around here. Spiders. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good for what we're doing now. I can go in and change my colors here. And what do you say? We have the Spiders word mark. Let's get these webs aligned. I'll give a red one and I will give a white one. Hold on, let's pause real quick. All right, sorry about that. My boss had called me. I had to take that call for sure. But yeah, so I mean, this is a cool little word mark. Yeah, you can see some weirdness about this, but the cool thing about this program is I can literally fix anything. Like I can literally go in here, and it's not like this stuff is not HD. Like I can stretch these logos as far as they could go, and they don't lose quality. So like stuff that's kind of like a little off, like these lines, I could always go in and click and smoothen them, make them how I want. I mean, I can literally got so much creative freedom within Adobe. All of the suites actually, but Illustrator, like I say, Illustrator does my heavy lifting. Illustrator does I literally do all my stuff through Illustrator, and it's just what's easy for me. So from here, what I do is like when I pitch y'all the ideas, this is what I pitch them through. And then let's say I want to do just a template, or like I want to show y'all an example for what the jersey look like. And this is my little board I got of all my football templates I made. I got even like a coach holding the helmet if you want to use something like that. Or if you want to see your jersey in that fashion. But let's go with, I'm just gonna pull this one that I actually made yesterday. If I wanted to give you a preview of what your uni will look like, I already got these things kind of grouped. So if you do want that EPS file, I got this where you just ungroup it, click one part of the jersey, and I can go ahead and, you know, get a preview of what that looks like in here. So I got like the main color, and then I got the shadows. So what I do for the shadows is I basically pick the same color and I go in and make it slightly darker, just like that. Then I got the collar, which I would do like a gray. And I would probably do this part here gray too. Or I could do a red, but I want to do a gray. And I want to do, I mean, obviously in team builders, some of this stuff is not, you know, possible, but let's put this gray back here. Put that black. Let's say I wanted white letters with the gray outline. I did miss a little spot right here, I ain't gonna lie. So you may have to go in and tweak this color here yourself. This line and this line, which if I update it, I can get you a better updated copy of it. And then let's say I wanted the spiders, but I wanted it white going across the front, and I didn't want the outline. So what I would do is copy this. And let's just remove the outer rings of it. And then I'll go here and I can remove this just like that. And I have the normal spiders. And I can put it here across the front. But let's say it doesn't float quite as well and needs an arc. So I go here to my warp and I just find something that looks decent. Sometimes it look a little squished, so I could just have to stretch it like that. I don't particularly like this, honestly. I wouldn't probably, I mean, I wouldn't say I wouldn't use this font on the front, but whoa. What is going on? All right. I have no clue what's going on at the top right here right now. My computer's just being weird. I think it's because I stretched it up. Who knows? But anyway. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I do a preview. And then I got like a side sleeve preview. That's mainly what I would want to use for this, because I did that spider web. So I would want to be like, hey, what is the side of the jersey looks like? So I would go put this here. Let's say I wanted the charcoal spider web. I would center them both. And then I would chop the edges out
like this, like so. And then I would have this. And let's say I wanted to do, if I did put numbers on the side, I can just copy this. I wish they had these numbers in college football. Hopefully they give us some more number options this year. They kind of fill up that blank spot, and then voila, you got Spider-Man jerseys. And I group them, and then so I would send it to you as a preview. And let's say I wanted to preview that same spot away up here. It's a little trickier, but I just have to do somewhat of a perspective kind of warp deal. I'll just do this number right here. Let's go with this. Let's go with the circle being right about here. Then I would click these, Control M. I'll have to fill this in with that color. Select my red again. And then here I would do the negative. And that's it. I could copy and paste it to the other side. So that's basically how I maneuver this stuff right here. If you got any questions, hit me up. That was a very, very quick run through sample of just something that I do, my process. So hit me up in my inbox, shoot me a follow, like all that good stuff. And let's work. I mean, if you want me to do a custom design for you, hit me up. I do those. If you just need tips on how to make, this your process, hit me up and I can help as much as I can. I'm not a gatekeeper, so just let me know. But peace to the planet. Out of here.